Hey guys, this is Dr. Jesse Morse of the Florida Orthopedic Specialists and the Fantasy Doctors. Today we're going to talk about how Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles is doing after his first game of the 2018 season. He is less than a year removed from having ACL reconstruction surgery, and he also had an LCL injury and possible posterolateral corner injury. So obviously this is not a simple, straightforward ACL like some guys have. In general, he has roughly a 30% chance of re-injury to either knee over the next 2 years, 21% to the opposite side, and 9% re-tear rate of that specific graft. Those are generalized stats for ACL reconstruction. Why the opposite knee is important? Because that's what Deshaun Watson suffered when he had his ACL tear on the opposite knee after he had a previous one when he was in college. So how did he look this week? I watched a lot of that game. The weather wasn't the best, so that definitely played a role in it, but he took a lot of sacks. He was not mobile at all, but for the most part, he made some good decisions. His arm strength and accuracy looked very good, which obviously shouldn't have been much of an issue because he didn't have any issues with his shoulder or his elbow. So the good news is that as long as he doesn't suffer any re-injuries to this knee, I think he'll be ready to rock and roll. His target distribution was a little interesting in that he didn't go to Wentz as much as I thought he would. He went to Go-Dirt as well, the other tight end. Aguilar didn't get as much as we thought he would. Clement did okay. Smallwood was kind of mixed in there, but for the most part, the important thing is that A, they won, which is why they pushed the panic button, in my opinion, and pulled Foles for him. And two, it looked for the most part he did not suffer any re-injury as far as we know. Usually that stuff comes out on Wednesdays if there is any issues. I expect him to only get better over the next couple of months, and he has the potential to be a top 10 quarterback this year if everything falls into place and he gets some of his guys back healthy, including Alshon Jeffrey, who's still a couple of weeks away from his shoulder injury and rotator cuff repair. So that's a little bit of an update for you for Carson Wentz as of week 3 game played, heading into week 4. This is Dr. Jesse Morse of the Fantasy Doctors. Check out some of my videos and other podcasts, as well as the Fantasy Doctors podcast and the Fantasy Doctors website with the Fantasy Dose Analytics, which was very, very good this first week. That after it got all the algorithms sorted out, was very accurate, predicted over 75% accuracy with very good scores about who to choose, who not to choose for your sit-start questions for your daily fantasy players. All right, guys, take care.